Hey, Mighty Rough Riders class of 2025, Mr. Shallert, your reading/testing nerd, with edition number 2 of our SBA question study. Today we're going to be looking at listening questions or listening to them. Ha ha. You're going to find the link for today in your Schoology assignment. And remember, April 23rd, 25th, that's when we start with our English SBA. So, fun fact number 2 about the SBAC. If you score meets or exceeds standard, you're going to get a grade bump in your ELA or math class or both. So talk to your teacher for details. Just get a 3 or a 4 and you get that grade bump. Sweet. Reminder, we always use our before, during, after BDA routine. We always scan the prompt, the questions to see what we need to do, and then look at the stimulus, which in some cases is reading, but we'll look at a different version today. During, make sure you focus on your purpose, like what exactly are they asking you to do? And then after, you got to answer the questions. So sometimes you might listen to a recording like in today's lesson. Other times you might look at a chart or a graph, but whatever the stimulus they give you to get you thinking, consider it a reading, and your job is to make sense of it. And if you don't know Beavis and Butthead, you should. So before you scan on today's lesson, and by the way, if you haven't, I would open today's lesson from Schoology so you can look at the page while I'm talking. Today's is a recording. All the recordings on the SBA are 1 minute and 30 seconds, and you can stop and play as needed or re-listen to it, okay? You're going to have headphones the day of. They're going to be given to you, but you can also use your own. Super important before that we scan the question, because sometimes you might even figure out the answer just by doing that. But if you look here, you have to find 3 options that best support the idea that Jefferson wanted to control the building of his house. So always look at the questions so you know what to listen to. Most important on these listening questions. Last time we learned about the strike-through tool. This time there's always a tutorial which tells you how to answer the question. Cool. There's also a notepad on every question. And so when you're listening, you can write notes in the notepad, or you can also use scratch paper. That might be easier. Whatever works best for you, just make sure you're prepared. During, like I said, they've given you a claim, and now they want you to find 3 pieces of evidence. So whenever you have check boxes like this, make sure you know how many do you need to answer. And there's probably at least one Patrick answer in those choices. Remember, always process of elimination, PO. So takeaways. Before, make sure you scan the questions so you know what to listen for. Have your scratch paper or digital notepad ready to go. Remember, you can pause or re-listen to the recording. And whenever you have boxes to check, be sure you know how many. So now it's time for the after. You're going to go to Schoology, and you're going to go onto the platform, the testing platform, so you can read and listen and do all that good stuff. Make sure you take the quiz, which is a Google form, and then complete the class discussion. Thanks so much, everybody, and we'll see you next week.